not the easiest thing to talk about, but according to the experts, it's something we all need to do no matter what our age. We're talking about estate planning, and joining us now to talk more about this subject is Libby McNary. She is the founder and the managing attorney of McNary Law. We're so happy to have you here today.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
And it's so good to see that you're practicing family law because you're a mom, you're a wife, and a longtime member of our community.
Yes, McNary Law has been around for over 10 years. We have been doing family law for, again, almost close to 14 years. So we just started kind of opening up to estate planning, which I think is just really important for, all of the, our community.
Oh, certainly. It's one of the things we all need to deal with as soon as possible. So what do you mean by estate planning exactly?
Well, and it's just not for people that, have retired or are worried about assets. I mean, estate planning encompasses, what happens if the unthinkable were to happen and you had minor children. So estate planning is just all of those, things that could happen that, again, unexpected, but it's just really important to have the conversation.
What is your role in estate planning? When I come to you and I say, I don't have an estate plan, what should I do? What's your role?
I think the biggest thing, before I meet with any client is just to figure out what is most important to them in any context, family law or estate planning, but what is most important? My role is to educate. We want to provide information so then people can make informed decisions about what that looks like. Of course, we're there to educate, inform, again, just give them the tools so, they can, maybe next time they come back, they have more questions to ask. But just to get, again, the most important to me is what is most important so we can make sure that your estate plan reflects that.
So it's not just about who am I going to leave my money to.
Right.
It's a lot more than that, right?
I mean, again, if there's minor children, I think it's really important for people that have young children to have conversations about what would happen, or
who will take care of my children if I'm gone.
Right. So I think that's just a big piece that, people sometimes forget about. And I know it's uncomfortable, these conversations, but I just really think it's important to have.
I've seen families break up after a mother died over who's going to get certain things that the family owned. And if that had been spelled out before, I think they would still be speaking to each other.
Right. I mean, if there isn't an estate plan, we have probate. But again, it's a third party, sometimes making a judge, making decisions on what happens. And it's just really trying to provide peace of mind, trying to provide people with the information so they can have these decisions made, and again, to provide peace of mind for
So if you don't have a legal plan, if you don't have this plan laid out, it goes to probate,
right,
and the state makes the decision.
Right. A third party could make decisions, and it's just really something you want to try to avoid. I mean, there's not many things that we have control over, of course, and I know some people think, well, I'm not going to be here, but it's just really to provide, you've spent your life trying to build this for your family. Don't you want to try to protect that?
Well, don't you have to, your estate has to pay if it has to go to probate.
Sure.
So it can be expensive for your estate.
Yes, there is an expense to it as well.
So you don't want the state to get some of that money that you left behind.
Right.
So when I come to you, I'm going to have to continue to update this thing, because what I would come to you and say now is totally different from what Tracey would. Yeah. So this is something, our lives continue to change.
Right, and it's very important to continue to update, your attorney. Of course, we will be reaching out to see if there are any updates, but yeah, it's really important if something happens unexpected, or just to make sure that the plan still reflects what your wishes are.
I think it's also important, from my point of view, to have an attorney who's been with me and I trust, because then you can say, well, Linda, didn't you want to remember so-and-so?
Right,
or this time, did you put that in there?
Right.
So it's so good to have somebody there who knows all the answers, who can guide you into making the right decisions that can really change your family after you're gone.
Right. I mean, it's so important to build those relationships, so that's from the start. That's what we want. We want to know what's most important. So when things do change, when you do have to make the phone calls to let us know something happens, again, we know you, and can, again, make sure that your estate plan reflects that.
And it will be really good to know that there's somebody there like you who knows what I wanted, what my deepest desires were, because it can get a little challenging with a family after somebody's gone, and you just need a person to step in and say, this is what she wanted, and make it happen.
Right, and that's, you know, again, the relationship we establish early on is just so important. So yes,
we appreciate that. Thank you so much, and you can learn more at McNary.law.